Mark Clements with NOLA.com, the Times-Picayune over at Walker High School with our Baton Rouge area large school girls player of the year, Jamie Gibson, senior guard. And I want to talk a little bit about this year's team, but first let's start with last year's run. You guys had a 30-5 record, made a run, lost to Destrehan, who ended up going to the state final. No 2-point loss, a tight loss. So I guess what did y'all learn from last year's run, especially through district, those battles with Dennis Springs you always had, and then those tough playoff battles. What did y'all learn from last year's team, and just what was that like going through that with them?
We learned a lot of, like, any given night you can be beaten. It doesn't matter who you're playing or what your stats are, what your record is, but any night, just one shot, like Destrehan, just one shot, and it ends your season. And I guess we learned that, and then we learned how to play like a team. You can't have one person outshine another. You're a family. You gotta play like a family.
Right. And when I was talking to Coach before the season, he was saying any number of girls could have kind of been the player of the year over here at Walker. You averaged about 18 points, 7 boards, 4 steals a game. What kind of things this offseason have you personally been working on to try to improve in your game?
Honestly, I've been working on my defense. That was kind of slack on last year. That was my biggest problem. And then just my leadership skills. I played with the team in Texas, and that taught me a lot of leadership. And I'm trying to include that into Walker, so later on it's still here whenever I come back to watch.
And you'll have a lot of pieces back from last year. I was just over here the other day when Bailey Steers signed to play in college, Keanu Brown, and then to transfer Casey Fountain. How has this year's team kind of come together with all that experience and y'all playing together last year, especially with the exception of Casey, I guess? How have they all kind of come together, and what have y'all seen through the early going so far?
It's a lot different from last year. We have I wouldn't say more talent, but we have a different type of talent. And it's a different program now, but we're still the same team and such like that. So it's going to be a good year. I can feel it.
And you say it's going to be a good year. Maybe it's an obvious question because it's kind of every team's goals. But what do y'all kind of set y'all's goals at this point, and what do you think this team could accomplish together?
Well, right now our goal is obviously state, but I guess a smaller one would be parish champs and the district, and just work our way from there.
Personal goals for you, I know probably playing in college is going to be a goal for you. Have you been hearing from coaches or taking any visits or that kind of thing? How's your process going so far?
I haven't taken any official visits. I've talked on the phone, in person, just a little bit with some coaches. Nothing really too official yet. And I'm not looking forward to that until after season,
So no, at this point, no front runners or anything? Gonna push that off to the end of the year?
Yeah, I gotta focus on my high school season first.
All right, that's good to hear. I'm sure Coach Arnold's gonna be glad to hear that at this point. Y'all got a game tonight. I didn't realize I'm wearing the Walker green, so I guess I'm gonna be with y'all spirit. Yeah. So good luck to y'all tonight, and good luck on the season. For Jamie Gibson, Mark Clements, NOLA.com, the Times-Picayune.